Hi, it's me again, Sharice. Okay, so another video it's video time again. If it is you don't know about what these videos are really for, I just think some things were left out in my early walk with Christ that could have probably helped me a lot sooner, helped me understand things and why it's happening, so that I could have known what to expect or know how to go about getting closer to God, and how to better understand Christ and how to be more like Him. So this is my little way of just trying to give the general public the general knowledge and how simple it could be. It doesn't have to be churchy, religious, or scary or anything. It's actually quite interesting. So I hope you enjoy. Many persons have the impression in their heads that you have to fully commit tomorrow morning to God. Truth says, sometimes we may be still indulging in certain things in our lives, and because you are aware of that and not ready to let it go, you also think you're not on a walk as yet, right? This may be untruth, so I want to just talk about some things that could help you identify that you are very much on your way, and you just need to do certain things to strengthen your relationship with the Creator. So diving straight into the first sign: persons or situations you were once able to relate to or connect with, you now feel distant. Some conversations you may have with your friends that you normally would have the biggest input in, now you don't care for it. Now you're finding faults with the topics that you're discussing amongst your friends, and certain TV shows that you probably really love or you would race home to watch, now you don't care for it anymore. Next point, you just have a strong desire to purge your life. What do I mean by purge your life? You wake up one morning and you decide you want a salad. You don't like salad, you don't like vegetables, and you have meat mouth, but you want a salad because you think today you want to start being healthy, and you think a salad is going to help, even though later on in the night you have a burger, right? That's just an example, because you're not understanding why you want to make certain changes that you believe will make you a better version of yourself. Purging your life, this can also mean you want to change your wardrobe, you want to declutter your space, you want to clean your room. And that leads me to the other point: you crave alone time. So you might have been an extrovert or people person, a life of the party, I understand. I understand. But all of a sudden you're becoming an introvert. All of a sudden you just want to watch television in your space alone. You just want to put your phone on silent. All of a sudden your missed call doesn't derail your entire being anymore. You may find yourself going to the park with no one to just think, to just enjoy the breeze, to just relax. Yeah, so you start craving you time and you're not sure why. The other point is everyone around you starts to seem fake. Now, I am not saying that everyone around you is fake. I'm saying to you, everyone seems not authentic, not genuine, kind of false, kind of pretentious. And it's looking that way to you because you know them. These are the persons you're accustomed communicating with, and you know their all issues, you know their problems, you know their highs, their lows, but yet in public you see through their acts to shade and disguise their hurts, their concerns for the outside world. Okay, on to the other point. All traumatic experiences keep replaying in your mind, but instead of having a pity party over it, you now start to reflect and ask yourself things like, how has this affected me as a person? You now start to link certain reactions with other persons, certain reactions and interactions with other persons based on that big traumatic experience, and you start accepting responsibility for some of your wrong actions some of your wrong actions, because you identify now with the hurt, with the feelings that you may have occurred because of that big traumatic experience. So whether it's a parent ending a marriage and you were stuck in the middle, or whether it's you had to move to another country to live or something, you know, you have blocked it out for so long, but now you have gone back and thought about how it happened, when it went down, how you felt, who was there, how is the relationship with the person who was there or who did it to you, you know, and that starts to play on your mind, and you grow from it instead of just being angry about past instances. Next point, this is one of my favorites in this whole list. You start seeing through the illusions of society. So you start seeing through things like the value of likes on Instagram, or designer handbags and clothes. You start seeing through even persons of high stature. You're no longer impressed. You're no longer aspiring to be like them. You don't see the big deal in it anymore, right? You now have a desire to look beyond and go higher, right? Another sign that you are in the middle of your journey already, unconditional love kicks in. Okay, another sign that you're probably already on your journey, on your spiritual journey, is you start being extra sensitive to person's feelings. So you now have a burden on you that empathizes and sympathizes with persons who's going through some sort of hard time, and it can actually put you in a place of depression because you feel helpless and you really want to make a difference because you don't know why, but you just really feeling it for them right now. This does not have to be a close friend or family member. It can actually be a stranger that you're walking down the street one day and you come across a child asking for food, or a woman probably asks for money or something, and yeah, you give because you're accustomed giving, but then you're in your car and you can't drive off because you're studying what did they do to deserve this, how can I help them, can I give them a room in my apartment, can I take them in, can I adopt the child, and you're like, no, what nonsense am I thinking, no, I can't do that, why can't I do that? You really feel sad about the situation and you wish you could have done something about it, like in a drastic way. So that automatically leads to the next point, where unconditional love kicks in. So the other point is you tend to find yourself wholeheartedly loving persons now. So before, where you may have shown interest or done stuff for persons or loved someone because of what you can't gain in return, you no longer care about that. You just understand that I just want to give love to you. You can do whatever you want with it, but I love you. I love you, sis. I love you, right? And someone may come and tell you, well, I know that's your girl, you know, but she was real talking about whatever, I love her. It does not affect you because you're not really expecting much of other persons anymore. You just understand your role and your part, right? Another point where you're probably on your journey is you want to quit your job. Yes, I said that. You want to quit your job. Not because you think you're being underpaid, but because you're now questioning your purpose. Not just your purpose in the organization, but your purpose in life. You're wondering, was I really created to write notes for my boss? Was I really created to, I don't know, whatever it is. Whatever you do, you question it. And you start wanting to become a part of something bigger than you. You're no longer interested in just a salary. You're no longer interested in just going through the routines of the cycle of waking up every day, going to work, finishing work, come back home, go to sleep. You want more out of life, and you're not sure how to attack it. So you're probably convincing yourself that I think I need to quit my job and live. But be smart about that and have a plan. Don't just do that. Another point that indicates you already have a relationship or on your way to building a stronger relationship with God is you start listening and hearing the Holy Spirit loudly. So, forget I even said Holy Spirit. You hear that little voice in your head? That's the Holy Spirit. Or your gut instinct or your intuition that says, don't turn down that street. Turn down the other street. And you don't know why. You don't know. But I'm a custom person here. Why do I now want to take the left turn instead of the right? But you take the left turn anyway because you're now learning to yield and be obedient to the Holy Spirit. I wish someone told me that all this time the Holy Spirit was talking to me. Right. Next point. This is another favorite of mine. This is another favorite one. So now life starts to become alive. Life starts to become interactive to you, and you yield to its signs. What do I mean by that? If you're accustomed doing something in a very ritualistic or pattern-like manner, you're now about to do the same ritualistic thing, but suddenly you remember the 4 or 5 times you have done it before and what happened. And because you remember what happened and what was the outcome, you now decide, I would like to try a different route now, because you remember your past instances and you want to learn from your mistakes. How life starts to speak to you? Okay, so I can give you an example, a personal example. I remember when I was looking for a spot for one of my locations, right? One of my business locations. Now, for me, in making big decisions like that, I just need to see a sign from God. I need to see something that signifies or represents itself as Jesus Christ for me. So I remember looking at many different spots, good locations, all were great locations, but it had this one place that when I walked in, on the wall, written big and bold in a banner, Jesus Christ. So I was like, what is this? What is that? I'm asking the landlord, what is that? And he's like, oh, it was a church in here before now, And I was like, yeah, I'm taking it. He's like, but I didn't even show, I'm taking it. He's like, but let me show you around the corner. I am taking it, because all I was waiting on was my sign. Another point that can better help you to understand what I mean by life becomes interactive. Let's say you are aiming towards this new position or this new job, and you're working very hard towards it. You have sacrificed, you have done all that you should, you have researched, you're ready, and you try out and you do not get through, you're turned down. You understand you were turned down not because you weren't good enough, not because you're not qualified or you're bad lucky, but it's because God has another plan for you. So that door may close, but another door may be opened, and you're cool. You understand that, and it's okay. So redirection and closed doors do not faze you like it would before, you just chill. You just chill and understand that what's for me is for me. Maybe that wasn't for me, and soon I'll understand and I'll find what is for me. You know? Okay, so I realized the points that I have down to the bottom here, they're all my favorites. Okay, so this one this one is a real favorite of mine as well. Your own world starts to become alive. So now you start celebrating the tiny stuff that you used to overlook before, right? So now you're going to start appreciating a leaf falling from the sky, or you're maybe in a vehicle in the passenger seat and rain is pouring, and as the rain stops you have raindrops on the glass, and you stare into the raindrop and you realize that is a dimension of colors, and you see a rainbow through it, and you're like, wow, God, you're so amazing, you're so magnificent. How could you possibly think about even creating this droplet of water to have this look like this? And you really appreciate life's tiniest blessings, right? And you start appreciating the little things, the little relationships. You start to realize how rich you are, and you overlook materialism. You know, you stop sweating the stupid stuff and start really focusing on the little important stuff, right? So in your own world, persons may looking on at you can't understand why. What are you smiling about? What are you so happy about? How do you see things through your eyes? Because every living thing to you is a blessing. Everything is, you just have you're filled with gratitude, and you don't understand why. You know, like you wake up and you're like, wow, I'm blessed, I'm alive, I can take a deep breath, I can walk, you know, I have a voice, I can see everything around me. Yeah, you know, so you get so caught up on the amazingness of the creator, and in your own world you don't really know who the creator is really yet, but you just know somebody put it here and they're just amazing. My last point on recognizing that you're probably on a spiritual journey already is you start getting vivid dreams. So you know those dreams where you feel like you're really there, and then you wake up and you're sweating, your eyes a little damp because you was crying, and dream and is like, what is this? Like what? It's so real. That kind of dreams. Or like even the dreams where 2 days after it happens. Yeah, that's a big deal, because what tends to happen is you realize, okay, that happened. I dreamt that 2 nights ago, it happened. Something happened again next week. But didn't I just dream this? And it happens. Now you start looking forward to messages in your dream. Now you start waiting to see what else you're gonna see and how you're gonna decipher, because not all, some of these dreams, they don't be as clean cut, and you may have to think and ponder and pray about it to be revealed to you what the message really is. And you start being occupied and thinking about what it is you dreamt. God could sometimes really talk to you through visions. And for me, I was always a dreamer, and in my early walk, I used to dream a lot. However, I wasn't satisfied with just dreaming a lot. I wanted more. I wanted to really understand what I'm seeing, and if it is I could get this stronger, what do I have to do to get this stronger? So I understood that I had to really commit to this walk. I had to really change some of the things that I was doing, since I so wanted to see, since I so wanted to hear from God. I so wanted, you see, God knows me. God knows I could have been back then, not now. Nothing can sway me now, but back then, I may have gotten distracted, or he had to come good to really grasp me. I think God knows my personality, and where I was interested in him, he did so much to keep me interested as well. So I had crazy dreams, and in a matter of hours, they came to pass. And I started to respect my dreams. And all these little findings, all this entire list that I have just called out here and elaborated on for you, all those little things is what helped me dig deeper, because I started to get more hungry and wanted to understand what was really going on with me, you know? And that's about it. That's about it for my little list of ways you could identify that you're probably already on your way to being saved.